Yes, we're back. We're back again in Train Sim, back again carrying on what is turning into be an epic adventure from the top of the country to the bottom of the country. Seems to be a thing. Yes, so jumping straight in with a recap. We started a few videos ago, / streams ago, if you're watching this live, up here in Dundee. First trip was making our way down to Edinburgh. And then we did Edinburgh all the way down to York. Last time we did York to Wakefield, hopped on a bus and went to Sheffield, and then did Sheffield to Derby, Derby to Birmingham. This time now sees us in Birmingham and making our way down to Bristol with the possibility of moving on down to Exeter. But we'll see how things are when we get to Bristol. Eventual end goal, our place we're going to end up at the end of this adventure is Penzance. So this bit is there to there. I have found a couple of scenarios. I did find one that looked really interesting that went to Gloucester from Birmingham via Worcester, but I couldn't find a thing that went from Gloucester to Bristol, because I thought that could be quite interesting to do. So we're ending up in this, back in the Voyager again, on a trip between an afternoon cross-country service between Birmingham and Bristol, and we'll call that Cheltenham and Bristol Parkway on the way down. It's summer, it's 4:10 in the afternoon. Hi Jaffa, hi Undertaker, hi Roxy, hi Luke. What happened with HST? It was going the wrong way. The one I found with HST was going from Bristol to Birmingham, not Birmingham to Bristol. So I got that slightly wrong. So we're back in a Voyager again. So purely because I couldn't find anything going from Gloucester to Bristol. It was a cracking 80-minute in a class 170 going from Birmingham to Gloucester via Worcester, but couldn't find anything from Gloucester. Hi Jamie. So we'll get to Bristol and then we will see what happens when we do. So yes, back in the Voyager for something I said a couple of trips ago, fortunately it's on YouTube, that I was going to try and break up the trains we were using. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case, does it? Hopefully we'll find something interesting going from Exeter. What I got planned from Bristol is a 166, I think it is, from Bristol to Exeter, and then we'll see what we can get from Exeter down. No, by luck, it'll be HSTs again. But we will see. Yeah, I really like the idea of doing this. Finishing off from where we got to last time. Well, that was a fail to load. That's loud. Good afternoon, driver Raddy the train, someone can't spell, here in New Street, and allow passengers aboard. You are due to depart at 16:12. You are to call at Cheltenham Spa, Bristol Parkway and Bristol Temple Meads. So, oh, if I can look down there with track IR, there we go. There we go. Right, so we got... are we letting people on board or what? I'm guessing we are. So here we are at Birmingham New Street then, platform 11. What platform did we come in on? We came in on 11, didn't we? That'd be quite cool if we're departing from the same platform we came in on. Oh, they've already boarded. That was quick boarding. Right, okay. So Cheltenham then in 45 miles. Oh, blimey. Okay, why aren't you doing a thing? DRA. I can't look down. Track IR won't let me look down. Oh, come on, Track IR. There. I've got to reset it up here.
Oh, yeah.
No, reset it down and then look up. There we go. Right, now we should be able to move. There we go. Where can you get this map? This is from Alan Thompson's site. 93 Benno. Thanks so much for the follow. That's why you don't use it now. Yeah, sometimes it is quite restricting when you're trying to look at things. Right, so leaving Birmingham with the lights is correct. I do. So in cross-country form. I'm in a super tilting Voyager. Right, so 45 miles to Cheltenham. Then it's Bristol Parkway. And then finally Bristol Temple Meads. I came into 11. Oh, that's quite cool then. If we left the same platform we came in at. Oh, that's slightly broken. I'll show what didn't load isn't anything important. I was using a mouse because my track IR wasn't working, which I sort of got used to, but track IR sometimes can be quite limiting. I don't use it in flight. Because of the fact you end up your head stuck out the aeroplane, but I always use it in driving. Where's Pina today? Not here. Right, 20 limit. And then a 30 limit. Yeah, scenery slightly broken. It was bad if this bit was covered in. No, the next section, so from Bristol to Exeter, is a class 166. I don't know why everyone's obsessed with Pina. This actually looks pretty, apart from the gaps, actually looks pretty accurate from leaving Birmingham coming this way. This is a journey I did quite a lot. I used to go, I'd be able to change either Cheltenham or Gloucester depending on where the train was to go to Swindon, or I would go down as far as Temple Meads and change at Temple Meads, but I preferred changing at Parkway, because you just get off one platform, get on the next. It's really relaxing, Jaffa. It's once you get used to the trains, and going through the academy's really handy. It's definitely a really relaxing thing to spend your time in. Had lunch, got inspired by IKEA, and had meatballs. I had a bacon sandwich. Yeah, looks like we got some broken scenery. No, the academy that comes with Train Sim. On your menu when you log in, it says Academy at the bottom. At least the sky's nice, indeed. Right, 50 limit coming up now. There we go. So we don't end up having scenery missing that's going to make a difference to us making progression. I forgot it was this far between Birmingham and Cheltenham. suppose you've got to come out of Birmingham first. Oh, there's some speeding. So there's the canal. So we were following that on the way in. And following it on the way out again. So yeah, we'll see how we feel when I get to Birmingham. I might just crack on and do the next section as well. But we shall see. Because this is only a, say only, it's a 90-minute route. Try not to speed. Can't guarantee that. You mean Bristol? Yeah, something like that. No, never been on the Voyager. Last train I went on was a HST. Right, so we've got a 60. Blooming Twitch giving... Well, I did say I'll be back at 1 o'clock, Dylan. Oh, that noise. There we go. Just started speeding as it clocked over to the 60. What stream was it this morning? Trains. That was at 10 past 9, quarter past 9, whatever it was. Trains, trains, trains. Oh, much loudness. We get to see it tilt much. Oh, a little bit of tilt going on there. I don't know what I'm doing later on. See how I feel when I finish this one. We don't have anything planned on a Wednesday. Monday's OMSI, Tuesday's Wreckfest, Thursday's flight, Friday's Friday's trucking. This Saturday we're doing some more scrap mechanic. Don't have anything planned multiplayer wise on a Wednesday. So I don't know. I'll see how I feel after this stream. Right, so we've got 45 coming up, which I'll slow down for very early. Part of me would like to almost see if I could get this whole thing finished. But then I'd have nothing to stream tomorrow. When's Fernbus? I've got no plans currently of streaming Fernbus. Tunnel. Noise. Red light. That was definitely a red for me. This might not end well now. I don't know, we got a green here. Why don't we red and this one be green? Okay, I think that was just a faulty light, thankfully. I don't stream anything on YouTube. Right, build up some speed now. Into the 90 section. Bing. Right, wonder if we'll see any other traffic on here. It might be quiet because this is a standalone bit of route, not an official DLC. I'm not expecting to see many or any. But it depends on how many or what work whoever created the route and the scenario. Depends what they put into it, really. He's watching SnowRunner. Yeah, it's one of the least popular games on YouTube. Which is why I sort of haven't really come back to it. Alright, slowing down, ready for the 90. Bit of a rickety track. Does look nice though. It does sound nice from the outside, this thing. That noise is pretty special. No, SnowRunner's made by someone. At least it's a nice day. We got unbroken sky. It's not raining. Slightly disappointed, but not in a HST. But you know, can't have everything. A 75. Oh, 75 down an 80. See, it is about the audio for me. With a lot of these trains, I'm not overly bothered about the interior textures. I'm not bothered. People say, you know, Train Sim doesn't look as good as Train Sim World, which, yeah, okay, it doesn't. But it's about the whole immersion experience for me. Audio is key. That's why I've got the audio cranked up quite a bit inside, which is why when I go outside I have to turn it down. Six, 75. The engine is just ticking over now. 300 RPM. So slightly up to an 80. Yeah, that train we're in earlier, even though it's got the MTU, or the last video if watching this on YouTube, even though we've got the MTU engines, I like that now. You can't do Dundee to Penzance. Yeah, you can't do anything more than an hour in Train Sim World. Wow, that's a long way down. That's a steep old hill. On the brakes. Yeah, Train Sim World's nowhere near as good as Train Sim. Visually, Train Sim World looks brilliant. You know, I'm not bothered about being able to get out of the cab personally. But we've said this before, I think that was designed long term with console gamers in mind. Yeah, it's a licky incline. Yeah, £4. It's just, that's nothing, is it? £4.80. You can spend that on your lunch. For that sort of money, why hasn't everyone got it? A bit like ETS2. It should be, you know, any PC gamer should have ETS2 and Train Sim. That's it. Well, yeah, for a £5, it's like, okay, I'll give it a go. So this route I'm doing now is free. Well, it's, apart from the subscription to Alan Thompson's site. The train isn't. Which one's better? Again, personal preference. Personally, ETS2 for me, because of the size of the map. But ATS looks good. And I like the trucks in ATS. Alright, 90 limit. Hi, Andrew. Okay, I always forget to... Well, it's update automatically, won't it? So... Don't speed, don't speed. Nearly. Alright, we've got a 100 limit coming up. Just down here. Only 29 miles now from Cheltenham. Well, HST's gone off a lot of routes. Right, 100. Just hear that turbo whistle. It just sounds so nice, doesn't it? We had that for 5 hours when we did the London to Edinburgh. That just didn't get boring at all. Actually, I didn't get bored of the 8 hours in a pacer. Yeah, it's diesel electric, but it's still diesel. No. No, I think Taurus bus is going to be... That's it. Because TML are focusing on the bus and firm bus. Oh, that Class 47 we were in a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago on YouTube, did sound really nice. Yeah, definitely got a lot of broken or missing textures, missing bits of bridges and stuff, but as long as we can get to Bristol, I don't mind that so much. Train! There is other trains. No. No, we did the journey in a 47 as well. The 50 is what I use from Penzance to London. There's one with a 47 in as well. careful not to speed. Bing. Oh, I don't think it's come out on YouTube yet, that's why. That's class 87. Where's the 47 then? That's just recently been out, so I'm looking back through my old YouTube videos. More missing assets. Yeah, there's some. 12 plus 1 plus 0 train sim. Train sim. York to Peterborough. Where do we do the 47 then? Unless it hasn't, unless I've missed it and it hasn't come on YouTube yet. Press the big red button in the cab. No, you're right. Cheers, mole man. Right, so 22 miles from Cheltenham. But yeah, we have got some missing stuff. Right. Onward. It just sounds so nice. Even when it's powering down as well. It's that noise when you just take it to notch 1. That's what's really nice. He's got a nice summer's day. What's it? 10 to 5 in the afternoon. Summer day. Yeah, nice and sunny. Probably still nice and warm. I don't know. Spasimo, maybe. I can never remember the numbers of them. Alright, 90 limit coming up down here. Which we'll try and make sure we're in time for. Yes, we are. Yeah, cheers, Antoine. Not really paying much attention to the lights either. Hopefully, might get the AWS warning if it was something serious. I could just do that all day, just come on and off the power. Alright, 100 limit coming up. 18 miles from Cheltenham. And then make our way down to Bristol. Oh, it's got a really bad horn inside this, isn't it? Surely someone, when they tested it, must have tested the horn from the inside. Pina, thank you for the host. Bing. Well, at least you've seen another train. That's something. I said I've got some missing assets. Mr. Scoofy, hello. But is Track IR worth it? Yes. 100%. For driving stuff, certainly. In OMSI, it's brilliant. In ETS2, it's fantastic. In Fernbus, Tourist Bus, it's brilliant. I use it in Train Sim. The only thing I don't use it in is Flight. But it's a game changer. It's like a steering wheel. Once you've got it, you can't go back from it. You just get so used to it. It does take some time getting used to not moving your head, which is why it's difficult for me, because if I had my chat anywhere else, whenever I was reading chat, you'd see me do that as I'm looking over at my screen. But I have to just glance at the chat. So you've got to really get used to not moving your head around much. And it does take some getting used to. Initially, if I wanted to take a drink, you'd see my head tip back as I was drinking, because your head moves. So I now learned to pause Track IR. And you can't go, looking down at your phone or whatever, because you'd be looking down like that and you'd see me looking at my phone. So you've got to really think about keeping your head still. How long a route will drive? It tells you at the beginning of the scenario how long the route is. So this was 90 minutes. Oh, you're watching the I Stole a Train. There's about 16, 17 hours of work went into making that video. Because it actually took 3 attempts to do that journey. Because obviously we recorded it once, and then the game crashed after Didcot. Recorded it again, and it took a long time to get going, and then it crashed at Swindon, I think, and then recorded it again and finally managed to do it. Yeah, but what you're seeing on YouTube isn't the whole thing. It took 3 attempts. So we actually did that journey 3 times to make that one YouTube video. Then I had to edit it, render it, upload it. That failed. I had to re-edit it, re-render it, and re-upload it. So about 16 or 17 hours went into making that one video. A certain someone's being asked to be unbanned again. I can't do it. Random question: can any PC laptop hold this game as long as it has a decent memory? Check the specifications on Steam for anybody looking at any game. Check the specs on Steam, and make sure that you're above the minimum specs. Make sure you're at the recommended specs, not the minimum. The same with any game that you want to play. Basically, we have so many people in the Discord or join the stream saying, I'm doing Fernbus or Tourist Bus, I'm going to buy this. Certain games are really power hungry, where your average lower end, should I say, PC or laptop won't run them. But check the spec, check what Steam says against your laptop. I like how Pina comes straight in. He can't even spell hi. One of a kind, Peanut. One of a kind. All right, got 9 miles to go until Cheltenham. and then it's on to Bristol Parkway, which is 47 miles over there, and Bristol Temple Meads, which is 53 miles over there. Well, at least you've seen one other train come the other way. So yes, not sure. Well, we'll see what happens when we get to Bristol as to whether I then crack on and do the next leg, or whether I come back tonight and do the next leg, or whether I save that for tomorrow to do the next leg. I would like to have the journey finished for those people watching live by the weekend. But we'll see. I'm currently in a bit of a train sim mood. Yes, the Pina translation thing is still active. It's only mods that can activate it. Yeah, indeed. Unfortunately, there are a lot of bored teenage trolls out there at the moment that aren't at school. So they just get a real kick out of coming onto a stream and being a troll.
Oh, yeah.
And Cherry A just followed. I wonder if Twitch does anything. I wonder if those people, if they get kicked or banned from so many streams. Oh, God. Sam, thank you very much. Oh, God. It means we've got to sticking around for another month now. So you're not a troll. You really want to be an untroll. You have your moments, Pineapple, where you do troll on purpose. Right, 4 miles until we get to the Cheltenham. That noise. Train. So heading towards a lovely part of the countryside now as well, not far from me, up near the Cotswolds. Yeah, which makes you, in the nicest possible way, Pino, which makes you a troll. He's the guy that's always getting banned, indeed. Which we are going to try and do less of, because it does start becoming unfun. Right, 95 limit coming up, which shouldn't be a problem. See, cross-country train control change you to a Super Voyager. Yeah, well, I looked at the route and then realised that it was going from Bristol to Birmingham and not from Birmingham to Bristol. So that would have been interesting. So I found a really great route, as I said at the beginning, that went from Birmingham to Worcester to Gloucester. But then I couldn't find anything that went from Gloucester to Bristol. I wish I had these routes on Train Sim World. You're never going to get routes like this on Train Sim World, not this long. Slow, 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 slow it down. All right, all right. I really enjoyed Bus Mechanic. I had planned on coming back this week and doing more of it. But it's going to have to be put on hold for a while. Yeah, I wanted to unlock the being able to do the testing. Yeah, Dylan said that earlier. It's well worth it as a game, though. A lot of hours. Right, here we come to Cheltenham. At speed.
Oh, yeah.
Andy, thanks so much for the follow. Alright, so you've made it to Cheltenham. Let our victims off. Yes, I'll be streaming in the morning, probably about 10 o'clock, so you won't see it, Pina. With the new DLC for OMSI. And then back in the afternoon for some more of this, and then tomorrow night is Flight. Yeah, I can't be asked to go back to work and then say I'm sick. Wow, it's keeping us waiting a while here at Cheltenham, isn't it? I don't know, I was thinking about that this morning. I don't know what map I'm going to do it on. Something with a long route. I might get some suggestions off all you bus nerds later on. Something that runs well. I haven't got that installed. I might do some Bad Hugglesdorf. Rheinhausen is my first choice, but I've done a lot of Rheinhausen. I might do a couple of routes in Bad Hugglesdorf. It sort of kills two birds with one stone, then, doesn't it? Gives me some more Bad Hugglesdorf stuff and the new bus. So I'll do that in the morning. I'll try and get that out on YouTube tomorrow as well. Yeah, as I said to someone earlier on, I don't know if it was you, check the specs. Right, recommended for this is an i5 running 3.5 gig. 3.5 gigahertz quad core. 16 gig of RAM, and at least a GTX 970 graphics card. That's what's recommended. And you need a high performance SSD with 40 gig or more storage. So i5 3.5, 16 gig of RAM, GTX 970. That's what's recommended. So if your specs are any lower than that, then you might struggle. Minimum it's saying is an i3 with 4 gig of RAM and a GTX 750, but then it won't run. You have to turn your graphics all the way down. Yeah. Acrig. Family stream. So yes. It's not a bit of swearing. It's a family stream. Swear again and I'll kick you. Right, just about to leave Cheltenham. What's the worst and best bus in firm bus and tourist bus? Best Scania Touring, worst BB40. With some exciting new stuff to come. Come on, people, how much time do you need at Cheltenham? Unless they're getting racehorses on the train. Right, there we go. Bristol Parkway next. Oh, I haven't put it in the forward thing. There we go. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, should I? My bad. I've done it again, haven't I? I can't even get the train moving forward. Come on. Oh. What have I done now? Shouldn't have fiddled with it, see? There we go. You quite like the BB40, where you are odd, Pina. Now, the BB40 is free, so we shouldn't really complain about it. But, you know, I was asked what's the best and worst. For me, the worst is the BB40. Because it doesn't come up to the standards of everything else. The W906 is awesome. But Scania Touring is, so far, that's been released, the best coach out there. What do you think the 148? I like the 148. I prefer the little 106. For tourist bus, the 106 is all you need. You just need a fleet of 106s. That's it. You don't need any other coach on tourist bus. Yeah, they're not going to do bendy coaches. They're not going to do anything old, are they? Right, Bristol Parkway then. 37 miles away. But yes, a lot of good stuff coming up in firm bus, and something I think people aren't expecting, which is I'm looking forward to being able to show you. You've got a thing with old bloody coaches, haven't you, Dylan? You're definitely a bit of a coach nerd. I can't see anything about what's being released. You'll have to wait and see. And trust me, I will bring it to you before it's released. As soon as I'm allowed. Right, 36 miles until we get to Bristol, Chaos Country. Ah, the last time I was driving the 148 that you've seen. Ah. There's more 148 stuff to come. No, there isn't a new 148. Lots of videos that you haven't seen. Obviously, a lot of Twitch streams are ending up on YouTube. But I'm also recording stuff that isn't on isn't on Twitch. Oh, I'm doing the speeding thing. Is there an X60 train for Train Sim? No idea. Have a look on Google. So yes, I've got to try and get in the habit of recording again, because I'm only going to have weekends to record going forward. Which is why from next week, if you're watching this live anyway, my streaming schedule will be Monday night OMSI, Tuesday night Wreckfest, Wednesday night I think I might do some Train Sim, Thursday night is going to be Flight, Friday night will be Trucking, Saturday night will be something, and then Sunday afternoon are the new coaches coming to Fernbus. Oh yeah. How many videos do you keep ready for the move to YouTube? I'm not making a move to YouTube. I've always done YouTube. I've done YouTube longer than I have Twitch. But I'm currently about 2 weeks in advance on YouTube videos. So I've got a bit of a buffer. No free ones yet. Because obviously TML need to make money. On my buffer of videos, yeah, currently about 2 weeks. I used to record the following week's videos on a Saturday, so I spend all day Saturday recording the videos for the following week. So it only a week at a time. I did get myself 3 weeks ahead, but obviously for the last 2 weeks I haven't been in the frame of mind to record anything. I've done the odd one, and a bit of a shock being sent back to work next week. So obviously today I've had no time to record anything and won't. Tomorrow I probably won't get any time to record anything again, because I'll be streaming first thing in the morning. So it'll be Friday before I can record anything. They should remake the MAN to a newer version. We need to make us an Irizar. You're fascinated by the Irizar, aren't you, Dylan? That's your version of the flipping Solo. I can't say anything about new content. You just love them, coach nerd. Yeah, but that's I was actually, getting myself ahead. I had plans, and then obviously huge life upset. I just haven't been in the right frame of mind to record. Thankfully, you guys have kept me going with the streams, and I've only taken that 1 day off streaming. It's been tough at times. There have been, days that I haven't been in the frame of mind to stream. This morning being one of them. Unfortunately, took my frustrations out on Larwood, which, if you're watching Larwood, I am sorry. He was helping me get the scenario set up, and it wouldn't work, and I was going to uninstall everything. But hey, so yeah, you guys have kept me going over the last couple of weeks. Poor Larwood. He's an absolute legend, is Larwood. He does a lot to help me in a lot of the games, and gives me stuff to keep me going outside of the games as well. And yeah, he took the brunt of it this morning. Oh my good God. Wow, Angel, thank you very much. So welcome, oh blimey, to Militant Imp, World of Alphas, Weary Warlord, Spasimo, and Mr. Scoofy. to the community. That's damned awesome. Thank you very much. See, you guys are just amazing. You really are. I think I have probably got the best community out there. Right, 100 limit we're in now. This game's so relaxing, I forgot what I was doing. 27 miles from Bristol Parkway. Grieg, are you a concerto? Thank you very much for the follow. In order to get the role in Discord, you have to make sure in Discord you have linked your Twitch account. It's not something I do. It's an that's oh god, we got Dylan's view now. Hiding in the bushes. No, Pineapple, you're crap at driving everything. It's not just coaches in tourist bus. It's trucks, it's buses, it's coaches, it's everything. Oh, hang on. Pina wants to join you, Dylan. We aren't a bad bunch. Are we? You'd always get some bad pineapples. Yeah, but thoroughly, yes. And awesome. No, you're not, Pina. We've seen you. Which is why you got sacked from the company, because you're not very good at OMSI. Andrew, thank you very much for the bits. You don't do your hobby with gingers. If he has, he's not going to post it here and let you know. He must retain that #1 place. Oh, you like being at the top, being #1. I can't say this route's very awe-inspiring. There's not really any fantastic... I love this part of the country, but there's not really any fantastic scenery leaping out at me. I suppose it's, you know, it's not an official DLC. It's a made route by someone, so I shouldn't complain. It didn't cost me anything. But after the travelling down the, you know, back through the Midlands is fine. I love coming down the East Coast, and that, you know, the trips we've had in Scotland have been amazing. This just seems a bit sort of. I really want to drive another sort of train as well. That's the thing. Afternoon, John. All right, 21 miles from Parkway. Well, yeah, the support over the last couple of months, and I said certainly over the last couple of weeks, has been incredible. Yeah, you guys have paid for my new microphone, and with the huge increase in subscribers, it's gone towards paying for my new mixing desk, which I wouldn't have been able to afford to do. No, I don't know Larwood in real life. I feel as though I do. Well, no, the fact that he's in Australia and I'm in the UK makes it slightly difficult. One day I'd love to go and meet him. I can buy you a pint in October. Absolutely. So I'm really looking forward to that meetup. Yeah, indeed, Sam. I just get relaxed into train sim and I'm thinking, okay, I'm relaxed, the journey's going well, and I look and think, oh, we're only 19 miles from Bristol. Slow it down. Yeah, as awesome as this train is, or the voyages are, it would be nice to get into something else. But yeah, it's a lovely day. I always get bored in flight simulators. How do you keep it entertaining? If you're flying solo, obviously you have something else that you can keep your eye on while you're in the cruise. So a lot of these guys will have some YouTube on another screen or on their phone, and as long as you're making sure that you're in the right direction, keeping your eye on how far you are from top of descent, checking out for weather, checking out for aircraft nearby, planning your approach. There's plenty to do while you're in the cruise. Obviously from my point of view from the stream, I'm normally chatting to whoever's in the stream with me, so in flight, or chatting to you lot. But I really enjoy the preparation, which I didn't think I would. I really enjoy setting up the plane, and I enjoy the push back, engine start, taxi, take off, climb, and then I enjoy the descent. And then just keep yourself amused in the cruise. I'm having an absolute nightmare setting up this flight to Hawaii. You can't get the arrival to work. Oh no. No aloha for you then, Jaffa. You enjoy engine start and take off. Yeah, you just got to really practice, Pina, which I advise you do before tomorrow if you're joining us. Getting your engine start sorted so you don't end up cutting the power to the plane. Make notes. Ground power, don't turn that off until APU is on. Don't turn that off until engines are on. Oh, you're back at work today, Jaffa. Oh, okay. I thought you said Wednesday. Or was Wednesday your last day off? Right, a 90 coming up. Oh, okay. Today's my last day. Oh, boo-hoo. Sad times. So 13 miles from Parkway. And then it's Bristol Temple Meads, where we're due in half an hour. Almost feel as though we're getting towards the end of the journey now because we're down to Bristol, but there's still quite a bit of the country to go. So if we look at the map. So we're just doing this bit. Birmingham down to Bristol. So when we get to Bristol, we've still got to go all the way down to Exeter. And then the interesting bit then is Exeter to Penzance, which you've got to find something for. And that'll be the final leg. Tomorrow's flight looks good. Yes, indeed. That was a great airport we landed at last time, so we're departing from there this time. No, because I said no aloha for you. Sam went goodbye ha. Where are you flying tomorrow? From a place to another place. Fancy people ringing me. I'm trying to watch a stream. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up with a company mobile next week. That'll be inconvenient. Am I in career mode? God, no. Is this to London? No. Bristol. From Birmingham. Tunnel. Long tunnel. If you click scenarios, there is none there. What do you mean there's none there? You've got standard. You've got career and then standard. So any standard routes you got that aren't career are all listed there. Yeah, cheers, Sam. What's quick drive for? In case you want to jump in and do a route from one place in a train. I don't think I've ever used quick drive personally, because I've either driven a career scenario or just a standard scenario. Obviously a lot of these are just standard ones. Got 8 mile until we arrive in the Bristol. I really like the noise. You can just hear that engine rumbling away behind me. So when you do standard, it's the full route, and quick drive allows... No, you can do any route in quick drive. You can start from any place, I think. You can set where you start from and what train you're in, and you just drive. And standard still gives you scenarios as well, but they're not career scenarios. No, this didn't connect to the other one. We did end up departing the same platform as we arrived at, but this is a different different route now. Well, it's not bad, you know, considering when we get down to where are we going? Penzance. The only bit we would have missed is, I'm just looking over to my right now, Wakefield to Sheffield. It's the only bit we haven't done because it doesn't exist. We've just rebooked our 2 weeks on holiday in Cornwall. Hopefully stuff will be open in August. You'll be pushing it, I think. It's almost like a free roam, yeah. Yeah, I won't be going on holiday this year. Obviously, I went away for my birthday in February. But with being losing quite a bit of money from not working or being furloughed from work. That would have been my holiday fund over the last 3 months. No, we went to Leeds. We went through Leeds. We went York to Wakefield. So we went through Leeds, but there's nothing between Wakefield and Sheffield. It depends, Mr. Scoofy, as to what they are, whether they've been created as a new route or whether they're just scenarios for existing routes or additions to current routes. But like anything, always read the reviews of anything before you install it. And make sure that you've got all the required assets. Which is the problem I've had with this, is that obviously there's certain bits I didn't install or haven't got, so I've got bits of scenery missing. Malik, thank you much for the follow. Yeah, well, the government's telling you don't book holidays. The place I normally go in the New Forest have said that you can now book a contactless holiday. So you pay for your holiday and you turn up at the time that you've agreed to turn up. They let you know, I think, the morning of which unit you're staying in, and it's unlocked, ready for your arrival with keys on the table, so you haven't got to go into reception. Quite like the idea of that. Downloading stuff on Train Sim sounds more confusing than OMSI. It's a lot easier than OMSI. Yeah. Train Sim World is more orientated at console gamers. It's shorter routes that look pretty. So the longest you can do in Train Sim World is an hour. You watched my setup tour last night. Yeah, I should do another. Again, one of the things for this month was going to be to rip out this room, because I didn't think I'd be going back to work until July. So I might have to wait now. Yeah, again, they've had to dumb it down for console. So the routes aren't as long. And the controls are easy. And it's limited. There's a lot of DLC out there for it, but that's where Dovetail make their money. Oh god, yeah, there's a lot of US stuff. A lot of US freight stuff, a lot of US passenger stuff. And Train Sim World has. But of the two, Train Sim's better. A lot better. There's no comparison, really. Alright, we've got 2 miles until we get to Bristol. Yeah, it won't be this year. I think it'll be next year where they'll allow people to go abroad again. I think once, if they open up, say in September, for people to be able to move freely around the UK, then the UK tourism industry will be absolute boom. It will be awesome. Yeah, I'm just hoping that we can get to the meet up in October. I think that should be fine by then. So I've already booked the hotel. Right, so you'll be coming to Bristol Parkway. You're lucky not being in lockdown. Were you on some Hebridean island or something? Because the rest of the world's been pretty much locked down. They're talking about a second wave of COVID in October. Well, you can't say there's going to be a second wave and it's going to be in October. Resilient Gamer, thanks so much for the follow. Ah, Sweden. Okay, in that case, yeah, you haven't had lockdown to deal with. Been waiting to get a train over to Manchester and see the family, but I know they're advising not to. Yes, exactly. That wouldn't be classed as essential travel, going to see someone. I've had better days. Stream's helping. Right, so this is Bristol Parkway, which actually does look like this. Exactly. Yeah, you keep saying that, Spasimo. There's no need to keep repeating it. Right, so we've got Bristol Temple Meads next. And then there's a decision to make. Do we carry on? Do we do the next bit? It's a tough decision. Why would I do Leeds? We're in Bristol. We're here. Heading down there. Leeds is up there. We were in Leeds this morning. We went through Leeds station this morning. Right, Bristol Temple Meads. What will be the next one? Oh, now the guard wakes up. What route did you have to go through Leeds? It was York to Wakefield. You alright? Enough with the beeps? Okay. Blimey, he's got beep happy now. They haven't heard a thing from him for the last hour and a half. Now he wakes up. Yeah, sort of, Liam. I'm sure the card isn't pineapple. He's just pressing the button. Yeah, cheers. Hi, Luke. Right, we've got 70 limit coming up. We're 5 miles from Temple Meads. Am I good at anything? You're just very excitable, Pina. One day you'll calm down. You are like a puppy. We keep telling you this. Adorable, yes. Lovable, yes. Can't keep telling you off, yes. But God will be glad when you grow up and just want to sort of lay about on the floor. We can't wait to get to the age where, you know, you throw the ball and the dog just looks at you and goes, "You threw it, you go and get it." You have a number of hard disk drives with stuff on them. Is it advised you can use transfer to your PC? Yeah, you can get, if it's just normal 3.5-inch drives, you can get like a USB dock that you just slot the drive in. Basically, it stands it vertically and then connects via USB, so that your PC would then see that drive just as an additional drive. It depends how they're formatted, though. If they were in a Windows machine, you should be okay. But I've had to use programs in the past to get stuff off of network drives when the network drives have died. It can be done. Yeah, we're going to try not to ban you as much, Pina. Not for just random things, anyway. They're from your old NAS. Right, be careful, because the way they're formatted, they could be in a Linux partition. I had to download some Linux software onto my PC so that the PC would then recognize the drive and then manage to find the folders and drag everything out, basically. I had to do that last time my NAS died. Linux is an operating system, a bit like Windows and Mac, sort of halfway between the two, really. That's what I reckon. Got a very cult following. So yeah, check it out, Angel. Can't remember what. Actually, I can see the shortcut to it on my streaming rig, because I use that. Linux File System Explorer or something like that it's called. I just installed the software. Had to use, obviously had to open the case up of the PC, put the drive in so that the drive would spin. Then it was recognized as a drive and managed to drag everything off onto my other network drive. Your Windows and Samsung for life. I do like Mac. I've got a couple of Macs, but I do like the obviously Windows system. Are we going on a 166 adventure after this? I think we could. I'm odd. This is true. The tough bit is when you're going between Windows and Mac, which when I set up for working at home next week, I'll have my work Windows machine and I'll use my Mac for like Discord and stuff. Obviously simple things like closing a window. In Windows you click up on the little X on the right. On a Mac it's a little red dot on the left. So you've got to get used to going to the other side of the screen. Yeah, Linux is free and open source. If for a NAS drive, Angel, you won't need anything else. You just need the software and obviously spare capacity in your machine to be able to plug the drive in. So you have to take the side case off and plug it in. Yes, we know, Pina. Am I switching line? Hopefully I am. Yes, phew. Just coming into Bristol from Birmingham. Right, Bristol platforms 9 and 10. I don't know where the 166 leaves from. Yeah, if it's a NAS, you may... You might be able to do it by plugging it in by USB, but if it's a network drive, you might have to open the casing and take the drive out. I went on the internet and found a way, because I literally had all my media that I lost because my hard drive, my network drive was sat on top of my PC, got hot. It's a bit stupid. Here, get off my tracks. My impersonation, and quite an accurate one there, of Captain Chaos. Right, so, yes, for those of you that have joined recently, we started this adventure all the way back up here in Dundee. We did Dundee to Edinburgh in the first leg, Edinburgh down to York in the second leg. Last time, if you're watching this on YouTube, we did York to Wakefield via Leeds, got the bus to Sheffield, Sheffield to Derby, Derby to Birmingham. Oh, hang on. Derby to Birmingham. This time then we've just done Birmingham to Bristol, and now I think we'll crack on and go down to Exeter, and that'll just leave Exeter to Penzance. We've got to wait for these passengers to disembark now before. This is one thing that niggles me with Train Sim, is when you're at your final... Oh, there we go. Well done. You've completed the scenarios. I'm about to see when you're at final destination, it makes you wait. What computer am I using? The specs are down below where you're watching the Twitch stream, which I do need to update actually, because my monitors have changed and mixing desks changed and microphones changed. I might have to do that. Right, so that was getting us as far as Birmingham. Let's crack straight on then. Jump into 166 and make our way down to Exeter. Because why not? Oh, platform 12. That's not bad. It's not far from where we came in. Okay. Lights on. Let our victims on. Into forward. Okay. So now we are doing Bristol to Nailsea to Yatton to Whirl to Weston-super-Mare, Highbridge and Burnham, Bridgewater, Taunton, Tiverton, and finally Exeter. That's going to take hour and a half. Blimey. Okay, that's a thing. Right away, driver. Right, Nailsea and Backwell in 8 miles. I do like the 166. It's as slow as hell.
When the audible warning sounds, please stand clear of the doors as they are about to close.
I like it because it's DMU. It's a single hand operation. The lever's down there, and it's got huge windows. So we came in the other way. We're going back out now towards Western-super-Mare. We came in north. Let me just drag my map in a second. So we came in from north, and we're now heading south. So we've come through Bristol, basically. So we've gone straight through Bristol Temple Meads. We shouldn't make you late, Peter. You can't blame the train. You blame everything for being late, don't you? We're going past the station in the area you were born. Is there a plaque? Is there one of those little blue circles outside? It does make me late. It doesn't. It's obviously you. The train doesn't make you late because the scenario would be based around the train. It's you. You borrowed Noz's book again. Right, 7 miles to Nailsea. Pina might be Noz's sister. Yeah, that's not good. I brake too early. Right then, Exeter, here we come. Wow, really old mobile phone. You're quickly and with style. You've got no style, Pina. Quickly, yes. Style, not so much. You're full of style. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely full of something. So the question now is, what do I stream tonight? Do you reckon we just finish this and get down to Penzance? Omzi. We'd have a day of trains. Yeah, but then what am I going to do tomorrow afternoon? Maybe some trains. Oh God, no! No, not bus sim 18. Bus mechanic. This train is limited to 90. There should be a thing saying somewhere. Somewhere. Flight. Doing flight tomorrow, ETS on Sunday, doing ETS again on Friday. We'll see. I'm not going to get off here till gone 4. I have to come back again at 6. I'm not getting much of a break today, am I? About just chatting. We never really did that, did we? I was enjoying playing a bit of music last night at the end of thingy. We'll have to do that. You got warships. Yeah, I don't know. I'll decide. I've got to go to the shop when I come off here, come back, have something to eat, and I'll decide. Well, I'll just go straight through to the end and have a night off. No, I'm taking Sunday night off because I'm back at work on Monday. I'll have a bit of time after the streams. If the stream finishes at 9 o'clock, I have a couple of hours. And I get a couple of hours in the morning. I had 3 hours this morning. Well, I didn't. So pretty much 2 hours before the stream was spent trying to get the thing running. You could look at an old game. Tried to fit in as many streams as possible till Monday. Yeah, don't forget I've got other things to also do. I got IRL stuff to try and fit in before Monday as well. Alright, Nailsy and Backwell coming up. Mario Kart. I've still got Mario Kart for my Wii U that I've never opened. I really like the Wii U as a console. I love that big screen thing. Wreckfest. No, no, we did that last night. Right, Nailsy and Backwell, our first stop. Oh, another train coming the other way. I don't know, I'll see. It'll either be some more of this and just finish it. So see if we can get down to Penzance. And then do something else tomorrow afternoon. Or do something different tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Stop, 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 stop. Right, that's Nailsy and Backwell. How many stops is it? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 stops. Love the layout of the station. Right away, driver. Failed? What do you mean failed? How did I fail to pick up passengers? I picked up passengers. Oh well. Yeah, and in 3 miles.
Welcome on board this service. Please be alert to the safety notices displayed in the vestibule areas of this train.
Okay, that was words. Peanut. I arrived late. Okay. That's fine. Right, on to Yatton. Peanut having a moment there. So yes, so this is going to take us down to Exeter, which will then leave down to Plymouth, and then the really nice bit all the way down to Penzance. And I will one day, when it's possible, if we can do Penzance to Dundee in one go, then I will come back and do that. If you make a mistake, you put Philadelphia as the arrival port. Ah, that would be, yeah, why the arrival wasn't quite going to plan then. We can finish this tomorrow. That's probably going to be the case. We'll finish it tomorrow afternoon. Which, if you're watching this on YouTube, could be next week. If you've got this far. Yeah, I can sort of see what you did there. You got your K's and your N's mixed up. And slightly discombobulated. Right, 2 miles from Yatton. I don't think many of these stations are that far apart. Are you planning to put these streams together? No. That would involve editing. They're just going to go on YouTube as a week by week. As I said, this one currently going out some point in September. Right, here we come to Yatton. It's actually quite... There's a thing there. Respect to the window. It's actually quite well modelled. Phone's going to die. So the man that has 2 phones, an Xbox and a PC, one of the phones dies, he stops watching. Just watch on your PC. Or your Xbox. How can your phone die? You've only been up about 4 hours. You don't like stuff coming out of the TV. See? Weird. I understand the whole listening to in headphones thing, but then plug your headphones into your TV. Or into your computer and watch on the computer. Shimples. Right, Yatton, which is going to fail me 4 as well because I arrived late. The next stop is Whirl. And then Western Super Mud. Well, that's because that's Peanut, and Peanut is weird. Right away, driver. I get the not wanting the sound coming out the TV thing. If his mum's downstairs, he didn't want this lot blaring out. I understand that completely. But, yeah, you can't understand the pineapple. We've given up trying. Right, Whirl is in 4 miles. This thing just doesn't accelerate quickly at all, does it? It's like, yeah, I'm going to take my time. Yeah, which means the whole scenario is going to fail. But we'll get. The important thing is getting to the destination. It's definitely snail-like. Yeah, this feels, I don't know, it just feels different to that last bit we went on. I do like a rattly old DMU. Oh, lots of diesel smoke as well. Train. We're only 2 miles from Wells. We're not going to get any sort of speed up on this. It's going to keep us slow for the whole thing. Not this thing will get much speed up. Whirl is in front of us. And this is where last time we came down here, we had that issue waiting at the red light, waiting for a train to come the other way before we could turn off to go to Weston. Was that a bought motorbike? That was what's the name of the place? Oh, I've completely gone blank. The place. Hang on, I've got to look on the map now. What's the major town? Somewhere around here. What's its face? Yeah, exactly, that place. It's got a pier. It's gone blank. My mind's gone. No, that's where I live, you muppet. Is there an interior view for this train? Brighton. That's not over here, is it? You're just making, you're saying random places now. Oh, it's just, I'm going to have to look on Google Maps. Oh, I can't use Google Maps. Oh, damn it. Look on my phone. South Shields. That's the South Shields isn't down here either. Oh, that's some major braking going on. Brake, 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 brake. Cornwall. You are slightly wrong. Some of the doors opened. Right, I'm going to have to get Google Maps out on my phone now because that's bugging me as to where Nailsea. Nailsea. That's the one. It came to Nailsea. Nailsea and Backwell. It was Nailsea back there. Somerset. No, that's the county we're in. Wow. Failed, yeah. Weston-super-Mare in 3 miles. Wow, the acceleration. You're not really going to get on and be pinned in your seat, are you, with this thing? It's like, are we moving? Used to go to Cornwall and Penzance. Penzance is in Cornwall. They're not two separate places, but I sort of know what you mean. Right, so we got to turn off here. So this is the main line down to Exeter. We got to spur off here, this is where it kept us waiting last time for the train to pass before we could cross over and go down. Then we come back out onto the main line after Weston. And there is a stop up here somewhere which we stopped at as well on the way through. Which I don't think is that common for trains to stop at it. So I'm going up to a 60. Well, I'm not going to get to 60 obviously. Western Super Mud, indeed. Spent a lot of time down there as a kid. It's my closest beach I can get from my house to Western Seafront in an hour. You're just a speed freak though, Pina, that's the difference. Yeah, there's a stop up here. We're going to trundle our way through. Yeah, I used to go to Western a lot. Used to be straight through trains you could get. Like one train in the morning that would take you there direct from Swindon to Western, so go through Bristol to Western. And then we get one back in the evening, so it was easy for us. My dad used to work at a place next to the train station, or above the train station actually, so he used to be able to park his car at work, so he'd walk out of the train station, get in the car and come home. Alright, 25 limit down here. Which I'll brake for really early. Imagine living in these houses. So I don't understand people that buy houses next to railway lines or really busy roads. If a car comes down my road in the middle of the night, it wakes me up. Like, what's that? That was a car. Isn't Penzance near Devon? No, Penzance is in Cornwall. Devon is a county. Penzance is there. Devon pretty much starts sort of here-ish. Plymouth is the border. We have that 2 trains a day to go to Skeggy without going to Grantham and turning around. Yeah. Right, into Western Supermare. Weymouth is close to Penzance, apparently, according to a certain person. Yeah, it is. That was quite amusing. Again, not moaning at anybody in chat at all, but the fact that basic geography of the UK isn't known by a lot of people is actually slightly scary. A lot of Americans can't pick out America on a globe. That's interesting. But basic geography, and worse so now with people that are driving and just relying on Google Maps and the sat-navs to get them to places. I had a driver drove for me my last job. His sat-nav went without power, and he didn't have a phone signal, and he was south of Swindon, and managed to get through to us on the company phone, which didn't have maps or anything on it, and was almost in tears because he didn't know where he was, because he relied on his sat-nav. He didn't know whereabouts the country was. He didn't know which way he had to drive to get back to a main road because the sat-nav told him where to go. And that's a lot of younger people now that have just driven with sat-navs and Google Maps have got no knowledge of geography. They couldn't get from A to B just by reading the road signs. You're getting Sky Internet. Oh, good luck. So here's Weston-super-Mare, which does look like this on a bend. Well, it's not local area. You know, if when you are able to drive, could you leave your town and without a sat-nav get to London? Would you know how to get there? I've still got, I still keep a road map in the car, just in case. Right, High Bridge and Burnham, a stop I've got off at. Coming up. Obviously, when I used to ride motorbikes, before I got tank bags, then you had to look before you left as to where you were going. Yeah, Peanut. A1. That would basically, you just follow the A1 south. London's easy. You just follow the A1 all the way to London. It turns into the M1. You wouldn't want to drive in London. Driving in London is a whole different experience. Yeah, I did some motorcycle couriering in and out of London. And you've got to just, as you come off the end of the M4, you've got to take your brain out. Drove coaches 20 years, never used a sat-nav. Yeah. When I first started driving, it was, where should we go? Oh, Weymouth. Okay. How do we get there? Salisbury? We can do that way. Or Warminster? Ah, yeah, I've seen the signs. So you just follow the signs, which is what they're there for. I've never been in a black cab. There's a thing. Yeah, my old drivers used to have the little red books of all the towns that they delivered to. Would have a red book for Chippenham, would have one for Bath, would have one for Swindon, would have... So they'd look at the map before they left, so they knew they were going. Nowadays, you just put a destination in your phone. It's great. You know, I do like Google Maps, and I do use it. But I also look at the road signs. Yeah, every town's difficult. Right, got 50 limit coming up there, a 40 limit. So we're joining back onto the main track again. So next stop, High Bridge and Burnham. Yeah, when I first started going to Devon and Cornwall, you rely on a map. You get an atlas out, then you find all these little rat runs that take you to places, or because back then you couldn't just divert down and hope, you had to plan your route, certainly if you're towing. And yeah, you can't be at good A to Z. Right, so back on the main line again. Yeah, so 7 miles to Highbridge. Place that I've been to by train a few times, or a couple of times, 3 times. Didn't spot that it changed to 100 then. Weather's looking a bit more overcast now. I'll be quite sad when this journey's over, actually, when we finally get to Penzance. It's been an interesting couple of days so far. I really like having an end destination in mind and a reason to do a journey. It's been really cool. Which is similar to what I was doing in Fernbus, and what we were doing in Flight Sim was departing from where we got to last time. So here, we arrived at Birmingham, we left Birmingham, we arrived at Bristol, we left Bristol. Arriving at Exeter, I haven't yet planned the next bit to see where we can go from Exeter, but hopefully there's some scenarios that will get us further south, and hopefully in a different sort of train. Oh, indeed, yeah. Well, it is coming. We go to Just Trains in development. So Just Trains in development have got Ashford to Lille. So that actually takes you through the Eurotunnel. So that's being developed as we speak. Obviously a lot of it will be tunnel, so that'll be quite easy to do. And then all we need is someone, which I think there is something that will link you to Ashford, so you'll be able to do London to Ashford, Ashford to Lille, and then it'd be nice to see what the other side is that links to Lille, so then we could do this sort of thing but go European. That would be quite cool. You've done that from Paris to London. Yeah, I've been under the Eurostar, under the tunnel on coach. I haven't done it in a car. I went across on the ferry in a car, and I've done ferry by motorbike. Right, 3 miles to Highbridge. Yeah, well, so my plan was to go to TML, which now is looking unlikely for this year anyway. And that was going to be either by Eurostar or I was going to drive. So 2.8 miles to Highbridge. I used to go across a lot as a kid, a hell of a lot. We'd take a week's holiday down in Ramsgate or Margate and would travel across several times a day on the Sally line, or then go down to Dover and do like a couple of times a day on the ferry back and forth to Calais. Been to Dunkirk, been to Cherbourg, Boulogne, Cannes, obviously down to Bilbao. Several times done the Bilbao trip. So it's always on ferries when I was a kid. Regularly across to Jersey and Guernsey. A lot of weekends we just weren't at home. It was great. Right, a mile to go to Highbridge. Last time I came down here, my parents were on holiday down in Breen, and my dad couldn't drive that far himself, so I drove them down in his car, left them there, and then got the train back. And then when I made a return journey, I literally got off the train. They were sat waiting in the car park. I got off the train, got into his car, and then drove back to Swindon again. Just wondering, what do you get from being a sub? You get unlocked emotes. Obviously, you get access to the sub chat in Discord. But subscribing basically is a way of you giving thanks to the person you're watching. So it's a way of appreciating the person that you're watching. Yeah, and you don't get any ads. I always forget about that. Yeah, Nightbot doesn't like spamming emotes. My first car before I passed my test was an Ital. Frankly, you're sick of seeing James Maid's ads on other streams. What do you mean you're watching other streams, Jaffa? Good old Nightbot doing his job. Yeah. When I'm offline, of course. Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get annoyed by YouTube ads. I watch a lot of YouTube, and it's like, oh, for God's sake, really? I click play on a video, I put the remote control down to the Xbox, and then the ad comes up. So you've got to fiddle around, pick the remote control up again, then skip the ad. It's, just... And you have that moment, you go, shall I watch it? It's 20 seconds. Or do I just pick the remote up and let's skip? I don't know what's best. Right, come on in, people. Right away, driver. Instruction complete. Although on time, then. Right, Bridgewater. What am I doing tonight? No idea. You got YouTube Premium free for 2 months. I keep looking at YouTube Premium.
To avoid unnecessary security alerts, please do not leave luggage unattended on stations or on trains.
I spend a lot of time watching YouTube. Pretty much whenever I come off of here in the evenings, it's just catching up with stuff on YouTube. Apart from watching Grand Designs Australia the last couple of nights. And in the mornings I do. So I think I might end up... How much is it? Yeah, but you don't get any with YouTube Premium though, do you? I don't know how much it costs. Ooh, Bridgewater. I've only been to Bridgewater for work. I haven't been to Bridgewater to, you know, hang out. 10 quid a month. Wow. I don't know. Well, you think about the money, the time you spend. That's £2.50 a week. Or 12 quid a month. Blimey. I'm paying that for Amazon Prime Music thing. Which I don't really listen to a lot. Yeah, perhaps I'll skip that then. You think like Twitch do with always, you know, making it as though I'm a Twitch subscriber. You think YouTube would do it to YouTubers once they get over a certain amount of subscribers? You know, if you got to 100,000 subscribers or something, you got, because you're giving them a lot of money in that instance. Obviously, I'm never going to get to that. Yeah, I'd be lost without my Netflix. Netflix, Amazon Prime. That's all I pay for. Right, 4.6 miles to Bridgewater. Failed 3 stops because we were late. And then it's Taunton, Tiverton, Exeter. Ah, that's a good point, actually, Jaffa, yeah. See, I've never done Spotify. It either always used to be iTunes for me, or now is Amazon, because I can just ask my Amazon device just to play whatever. Right, 3 miles to go. If you just joined, no, that's Steam. That one. What we're doing is making our way from where we started this whole adventure a few days ago, up here in Dundee. We did Dundee to Edinburgh, Edinburgh to York. Today so far, if you're watching live, we've done York to Wakefield, Sheffield to Derby, Derby to Birmingham, and in this video slash stream, we've done Birmingham to Bristol, and now we're doing Bristol to Exeter. And the next time we'll get away all the way down to Penzance. We're going from Dundee to Penzance, basically. Right, 2.6 miles to go to Bridgewater. And I've still got no idea what I'm going to stream tonight. Considering I'm supposed to be doing that in 2 hours and 46 minutes. I'll probably decide about 10 to 6 when I sit down in front of the computer. I didn't like what I just never got into it. Chaos. I just, yeah, it was never my thing. You could do a stream on teaching geography, life lessons with Steve. Yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Would Pina attend? Probably not. I don't know. I have been trying to do multiplayer stuff in the evenings, but because I haven't got anything planned, it's a bit hard of me to be able to say to people, right, I'm doing this, come and join me. Especially with not a lot of notice. I don't even think we'll carry on from here tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, I saw that you put that. Oh, depends on what scenarios there are. Just sounds so cool, this thing. Is there a course set up for golf? Did I not do the challenge this week? I thought I did it after last week's. Oh. I forgot all about that, to be honest. I thought most people had given up. You've been sat here waiting. Now we're arriving early. I know. I thought I'd set one up. I'll have a look later. Right, so we're at Bridgewater. So we've got Taunton, Tiverton and Exeter to go. 3 stops. And then next time, which will be tomorrow if you're watching this live, next week if you're watching it on YouTube, we'll see if we can get from Exeter south, whether we can do it all in one hit, or whether we'll have to go Exeter to Plymouth and then Plymouth down. You might have to do it over a couple. What's tonight? No idea. Long term, well, next week, Wednesday night will be trains. Monday will be OMSI. Oh.
When the audible warning sounds, please stand clear of the doors as they are about to close.
Yeah, Monday will be OMSI. Tuesday will be Wreckfest. Wednesday I'll do trains. Thursday will be flight. Friday will be ETS2. Saturday will be something. And then Sunday afternoon will be flight. So I don't know tonight. Right, 11 miles to Taunton. Yes, I have got the DLC for House Flipper. I want to try and fit that in as well. It's on my whiteboard because that will sort of complete the set then. Do House Flipper. That involves concentrating. I don't think I'm in a concentratey thing. I'll see. I'm going to go out for a walk as soon as I finish this. Maybe a bit of fresh air. I've got TGV. I think I've got the ice train. I just like sticking with the UK stuff. Not that I don't dislike any of the other stuff. I just sort of know the signalling system here, and it's nice to drive a train where you know where you are. So until I run out of UK, I'm going to stick with the UK. So just start building a bit of speed up. Well, 80. And we'll either get a speed restriction slowing us down, or we'll have to slow down for Taunton. Because there's no way we're going to get near the 100 in this. Not a hope. What train is it? Class 166. Which is really nice because it's say it's single lever operation. So the only thing you need to do to drive it is use the A and D keys, which is what I do. So you haven't got to worry about separate keys for braking. Once you've got it into forward, so So, you know, it ticks every box for me. Well, we didn't go back to the future and we got to 88. You're not a fan of separate brake control. I like them. But I've had some remapping done of the keys because my gaming keypad's got QWERP on it and ASDFB. So, you know, W, A, S and D are fine. So I've got the brakes remapped to R and P, so I can just keep it all under my left hand. We are now at Taunton. Well, approaching Taunton, heading to Exeter. I said Dom Rado in the Discord just bought himself a gaming keypad. I would be completely lost without mine because it just sits under my left hand. Oh, gaining a bit of speed then. We got to go uphill. 166. Oh, downhill. '91. 92. Well, 92 is not bad. So we're due into Taunton at 10:57. Why 10:57? Our ETA is 10:51. Yeah, my keyboard's behind my G27, which is why this just sits to the left of the G27, so sits really comfortably just under my left hand. And the one I've got was about 15 quid to 20 quid on Amazon, and it's been brilliant. So it's got F1 to 6, no, F1 to 5, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, QWERP, ASDFB, Control, Shift, Tab, Escape, and space is under your thumb. And it's got a nice little wrist rest as well. Tell Sam stop posting pictures of his new plane. You don't want to spend more money. Yeah, but you know that's not going to be a thing, Jaffa. I can't control the Sam. No one can control the Sam. We're all scared of him. You'll buy it soon. Yeah, we know. Like no one can control Peanut, exactly. Yeah, so this keyboard thing's ideal for this because I got a Q right next to me as well. So literally I just use one hand. And certainly with Track IR, I don't use my right hand for anything. Peanut can't control Peanut. No, that's also a true fact. Apart from when I use the view. Right, into Taunton. Single yellow and a track change. Off to the left. To the left, to the left. .40 limit. And continue to slow it down. Of course my RAM gets here when I'm doing a 6-hour flight. Of course it does. Now, what will you do though? Will you pause the flight, put the RAM in, then restart to see what difference it makes? Or will you finish the flight? I said we all like Peanut. We've all got a soft spot for him, but he is like a puppy. And sometimes, even as nice as having a puppy is, sometimes puppies can get a little bit too much. Do you find the full HUD intrusive? The reason I keep the full HUD on there is for your benefit, not mine. So that you can see what's going on. So you can see how far we've got, depending on what sort of size screen you're watching on, of course. I just got used to having it on now. So we're here 5 minutes early. I hope it's not going to keep us here for 5 minutes. I think it might. Wow. Yeah, we've got to wait 5 minutes. Issue is, you haven't got any spare USB slots. Yeah, I've got several hubs. If you've got a spare PCI slot in your motherboard, a useful thing is to get a PCI card with USB slots on it, because they're connecting pretty much straight onto your motherboard then. But yeah, I've got slots on the top of the PC that are full, slots on the back that are full, PCI hub that's got stuff that's full, and I'm running a powered USB as well that's not quite full. It's got 7, 8 things in. Yeah, I need a powered one for my flight stuff. But yeah, you can get USB hubs really cheap. Looks like we've got to sit here for 5 minutes then. So, Tiverton is next, and then Exeter is our final arrival point. And for those of you that have just joined, so Exeter is where we're heading towards, and then possibly next time in one stream we might make our way all the way down to Penzance, and this adventure started all the way back up here in Dundee. How many miles to Exeter? 30. So about another 40 minutes. I've only been streaming 2.5 hours this time. What did I do this morning? That was 2 hours this morning, so 4.5 hours so far today. It's not bad. Up past 3. Got to come back this evening yet. Can I stream something where I haven't got to talk tonight? I'm already feeling as though my throat's getting sore. So this will finish about 4:15. I've got to go out, come back, cook, eat, wash up, and come back up here, all in the space of about an hour and a half. That's going to be a mad. Am I still doing SnowRunner? SnowRunner isn't well appreciated on YouTube, unfortunately. So as much as I enjoy it, if I do it, it won't go on YouTube. Do something chill with some music on. Have we got anything we can put music on? I don't know. We'll do something. cooking sim. God, that's quite frantic. It'll do something. I might go back and do a flight or something. Typically someone tries to ring my phone now. I'm not going to be stuck by an HST now. I don't know. I just thought of something relaxing. I don't know. Sell out and do Train Sim World. God, no. Right, so light's red. Because waiting for him. Or her. Once they clear the next lights. So even if I do end up being on time here now, I can't go anywhere until the light changes. But the HST should be faster than me or past me anyway. Right, we got a yellow. Wow, that's banned. What's banned? Jaffa. He called you Pina then. Getting my weirdos mixed up. Right, Tiverton is in 14 miles. So we're changing lines. But we got a yellow. Oh, it's not the most rapid of things. So crossing over. Hopefully that HST has departed in front of us. Although he's probably going to be stopping at Tiverton as well. But by the time we get there. So these things on the main line are probably going to hold people up. I said do a single player ETS2 stream. Instead of if single player, I said a similar word referring to bus that Pina likes. Oh, yes, that word is banned. Yeah, you've got to think. Cheers, Andrew. Oh. Right, single yellow. I'll see. So once I go out, get a bit of fresh air, have something to eat, have a coffee, I should be fine. I might make it 7 o'clock instead of 6 o'clock to give me a bit of extra time. Stay at 50. Yeah, it should be half line speed really. Well, this thing doesn't slow down very quickly though, so if it is red. I'll decide by probably 5 o'clock what I'm doing. So once I've had a bit of fresh air and a relax. Yeah, better for me as well. So I'm normally finished by about sort of 3 o'clock in the afternoons, but I'm not going to be off of here now till gone 4. And yeah, I'll put something on Discord. I'll have to change the time on Discord anyway to say 7 PM. But at least an hour in advance. Between 5 and 6 I'll decide what I'm doing. Right, we're good to go by the looks of things. Right, 11 miles to go to Tiverton. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you've got this far, well done. You are either clinically insane, have got nothing else to watch, or you're a bit of a train geek. Or a combination of all three. Could be. Yeah, all three. I was amazed that I think in the Pacer video I mentioned during the stream that if anybody gets to a certain point, I think it's about 10 miles from the end, I did say that if anybody's still watching this on YouTube, could you just put in the comments you've seen the whole thing? And a couple of people have actually put down that, yeah, I've seen the whole thing. So people have been sat there watching a 7-hour train sim video. Be interesting to see what happens when the 6-hour class 50 goes up. I think people just like long videos and me just rambling on. I think I only normally stream for a couple of hours at a time, certainly in single player. It's been a while since I've done a really long multiplayer, really long single player rather. Like a podcast, you put it on the... Yeah, you can just listen, can't you? But you've got to be able to watch the chat to see what I'm responding to, because otherwise you're just hearing half of a conversation. It's not like a podcast where you got two people talking or something and you haven't got to watch at all, or like an interview, because you've got to know what the people are putting in text chat for me to reply to. I've got to try and get back in the habit of recording YouTube content. I've done a couple of videos over the last couple of weeks, but it's just being in the right frame of mind to be able to just waffle to myself. Friday maybe I'll record something. I haven't got to leave the house till Saturday morning, apart from shopping. Right, 8 miles from Tiverton. It's just chilled in stream. I can watch YouTube now without wanting to... Oh, you can't watch YouTube now without wanting to write in chat, yeah. Internet just went down. Oh no. And we were all saying nice things about you, Dylan, as well. And you've missed it all now. It's definitely my sort of train. You just put the throttle full forward and just sit here. I'm just sat doing nothing, just glancing around, seeing what's going on. Realise that's going to make Dylan go back and watch the bit that he's missed now. Or unless his internet is now down. Oh no, it's not. I hope not. Of course not, Dylan. Oh, going uphill, we're getting slower. Come on, little train, you can do it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that was cool. That was well timed. I couldn't have done that if I tried. Alright, 5 miles to go to Tiverton. What a great day's training, as we can call it. Train simming. York to, where are we? Exeter. It's a shame we couldn't get between Wakefield and Sheffield, because that would have been really cool to know we've done the whole thing. I've got no idea, Finn. So I'll decide between 5 and 6. Once I come off here, I've got to go out, get a bit of fresh air, have something to eat, and then I'll decide. It won't be back till 7 o'clock, though. Give myself a bit of time. Am I going to do the return trip? Earlier on, I was thinking, okay, when we get to Penzance, I could almost come back to Swindon and sort of drop myself off at home. But no, we'll end at Penzance. If there was a different way of getting back up from Penzance, then yeah, I would have done it. But you've got to come back up through the same bit. There's no other way out of Cornwall. You've got to come up through Plymouth. So we'd end up doing... Why don't you do the West Coast main line? No. Again, I haven't got all of it. Hi, Amy Lou. I can't believe we've come so far. I've loved it. I loved having the reason to do the trip. And, you know, starting and stopping from the same station. It's just awesome. I'm going to have to try and do this again. Trying to work out the logistics of it is difficult. Yeah, I'll try and set up the next... I'll do that when I come back. After I've gone out. I'll set up a challenge and give people a couple of days to do it. Yeah, the only out of Cornwall is Devon. Yeah, exactly. There's only one main train line out is what I meant. No, it'll be tomorrow afternoon. We'll carry on from Exeter. USB hub and gaming keypad be 30 quid. Bargain. Could do Cornwall to London, then up the East Coast. Yeah, the thing is we've done the London to Penzance line, what, 3 times now? We did Paddington to Penzance in a Pacer. We've done Penzance to Paddington in the Class 50. We've done this in pretty much one go. Or via Brighton and Southampton. Now I'm interested. So Exeter, what, across to Weymouth? Oh crap, emergency brakes, emergency brakes. You can't get to Weymouth. So you can't get from Exeter to... So you can't get... Yeah, you can't get across here then. You can't... Yeah. See, that's a pain. If you could get across here and then get to Southampton... We know you can do Southampton to London, but it's getting between Exeter and Southampton. But you still got to come back up to Plymouth, though. Oh, that golf game! I love the sounds, and I even quite like the commentator. Yeah, having a reason to do the train sim routes, I'm definitely liking that. And like a tour of the UK, I like the arriving at this one station and then leaving from the train station from the one station, or the same platform as we did in Birmingham. First time got 3 holes in, was already 15 over. Oh, that's quality. Right, Exeter St David's then, 16 miles away. Our final stop for this trip. And I say we will carry on then from Exeter tomorrow lunchtime. What golf game is it? The Golf Club 2019. I love this train. You can just wang the throttle, fall forward, and then just leave it there. Yeah, the PGA one. So I think some of the guys picked it up for about £4 online. Yeah, I'll add the challenge back in for the Sims and Stuff Society. I'll do that later on before the stream. I thought I added it in, but so I obviously did something wrong. Right, so a straight run down now to Exeter. Hope we don't have too many hold-ups along the way. So what's that? Time we get down there? 20 minutes. That's going to be 5 and a bit hours so far of train sim today. Yikes. No wonder I'm tired. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, last week's video and this video was streamed on the same day. Bing. Right. Oh, overhead. Oh, freight train coming the other way. Your finger slipped on the buy now button. Dangerous, those buttons. They should be banned. Well, at least the weather's been better. We had rain this morning, didn't we, between Sheffield and Birmingham. But the weather's quite nice now. We just saw thunder. I think so, in the golf room. Yeah, I was surprised when I opened the curtains this morning and saw it had been raining. I was going to mow my lawn today. I'll have to try and squeeze that in tomorrow now. It's an easy train to drive this. Put the throttle on forward when you pull away from the station and leave it there. Pretty much like flying the Cessna 172 in X-Plane. Throttle on forward when you're at the end of the runway and just leave it there. I haven't even checked the weather where I am. Light cloud and a gentle breeze today. Light cloud and a moderate breeze tomorrow. Sunny on Sunday. Sunny on Saturday. He said I've been on a holiday in the rain in either a caravan or a tent, as long as you're not getting wet, obviously, and just hearing the rain on the roof. It's just so nice knowing you're all warm on holiday. You can just get up and just lounge around all day. It's like, oh, we can't go anywhere today. Oh well, find a little spot to get comfy, cups of tea and a good book. Yeah, it's just really therapeutic, and it's that lovely sound of just rain on the roof. Yeah, I've got a conservatory, otherwise I'd spend a bit more time out there. I definitely haven't seen that much traffic coming the other way. Also, we had that freight train, we've had that HST. I think in reality this line would be quite busy. Love lying in bed at night when it's raining. It's quite nice hearing rain and not getting wet. Different if you're in the rain. So 7 miles from Exeter. Journey south continues tomorrow. I'm really going to miss not streaming in the afternoons. I've got so used to it. Yeah, I don't like heat. I went out on my decking yesterday. I was out there about 20 seconds and we're like, nope, too hot, going back in. Definitely a good mixture of trains we've driven today. So we've had a couple of different voyages. 2 HSTs. and a 166. How close are we? 6 miles. 1, 2, 3, 4 different trains we've used today. Two Voyagers, an HST, and another Voyager. Well, technically, I suppose 3 different types of train. HST, Voyager, 166. Is this the expressway route? And this is just Bristol to Exeter, this bit.
Oh, yeah.
Any more planned for this week? Yeah, tomorrow we're carrying on. Silly Billy, thank you very much for the follow. Because we've got to get to Penzance. So we'll carry on tomorrow afternoon to Penzance and then decide what to do after that. Yeah, 221, 222, 43, 165. I'll see if I can find a scenario that gives something a bit more interesting going down from Exeter. Which we'll do that for tomorrow afternoon. I'll have a hunt. Tonight, back with something. Don't know what yet. I do fancy doing a bit of flying. I know we're flying tomorrow night, but that's quite chilled as well. And then tomorrow morning will be the new OMSI bus thing. Tomorrow afternoon will be flight. Tomorrow afternoon will be train. Tomorrow night is flight. And Friday then will be something in the afternoon, trucking in the evening. Saturday will be something in the afternoon, scrap mechanic in the evening. Sunday then will be flight in the afternoon and nothing in the evening. So I'm back at work on Monday. So I'll start taking Sunday nights off again. Right, 2.5 miles to go. So we've made it as far as here. So next time we'll get to our end destination, which is Penzance. And yeah, we've covered a fair chunk, considering today we started all the way up here in York. We did York to Wakefield, did Sheffield to Derby, Derby to Birmingham, Birmingham to Bristol, Bristol to Exeter. And before that we'd done Edinburgh down to York and Dundee to Edinburgh. So that's quite cool. Well, I did just have a thought. Obviously we're getting to Exeter. It might be quite cool to do a flight from Exeter back to Dundee. Or maybe back to... Where did we start today? York. I might do a flight tonight from Exeter to York. Exeter, there's an airport, Exeter, isn't there? Yeah. And find a strip close to York. So today we've travelled from York to Exeter by train. Tonight then go from Exeter to York by plane. That could be quite cool. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Just a nice simple direct flight in a 172. Just a slow bimble up the country in a plane, because flight streams are really chilled as well. I might even I'll see, would that go on YouTube? It might go on YouTube. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I like the idea of that. I'll have to do some airport investigation. So in we come then. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, you might have already seen that. That might have already been on. Or might not. Could play some music. Decisions. Right, in we come. Our final stop of the journey for today. So if you're watching this live, we'll carry on from here tomorrow lunchtime. Where we make our way, possibly in one stream, all the way down to Penzance. And we bring it to a stop. And let him off. That was awesome. Exeter's looking fairly accurate. So platform 4, someone remember that for tomorrow. We came in on 4. I don't know what platform we'll leave on. So yes, into Exeter. So we've got to head that way, or that way, I'm guessing. Probably down there, I would think, on the way out. Yeah, cheers, Chaos. Tiring. I'm starting to feel slightly worn out now. Let's wait for the scenario to end. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Check out the rest of my other content. Trains going out on the channel every single... Oh, I got quiet. Every single Wednesday. Something from OMSI on a Monday. Fernbus on a Friday. Every other Saturday is flight. The opposite Saturday is tourist bus. And do check me out on Twitch as well, which by the time this goes live on YouTube, I'll be back to my normal schedule of streaming Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon on Twitch. So plenty of content there. And do check out that Discord server as well. I'll link that in the description below. An awesome community over there on Discord. So to you lot then watching live, thank you very much to Silly Billy for following, for Andrew for chucking some bits, and for Mohamed for following. I'm Resilient, and Malik for following, Andrew for cheering some bits, for Angel for gifting 5 subs, awesome, and for Sam for unfortunately gifting 1 to Pineapple. I don't know if I can forgive that, Sam. For Andy for following, and for 93 Ben for following. And so yes, thanks everybody for chatting. It wouldn't be as enjoyable doing these streams without you lot chatting and keeping me company, certainly in the single player ones. So I do really appreciate you all doing that. Hopefully catch some of you for some, yeah, we'll do some flying later on. That's quite chilled as well. We'll do a flight. I'll find an airport near Exeter Station. We'll find the closest thing we can get a plane out of, and we'll fly to the closest strip we can find near York. So we'll fly from Exeter back to York, and then we'll carry on from here in Exeter tomorrow lunchtime for some more trains, and back tomorrow morning as well for some OMSI for the new DLC that's released tomorrow. So I'll end that there. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Until the next time, if you have been, well, thanks very, very much for watching.